Hello everyone, welcome to Acacia Furniture Shop. Have a nice day today everyone. Today I was having all of you choosing one of the best furnitures for the New Year's coming in front of my friend this time. We have the Harmony collections. This will be stunning views, yes, and stunning all of your house. So I want to do for you first about a Harmony best friend. And once again, have a nice day today. If your first time coming in this live stream, please give us a subscribe or comment. And if you need any assistance asking with us, we always same aside with you, 24/7 to helping all of you. Okay, the first you can see in front of my face is the Harmony bed frame. We have two sides for this. Yes, the first side will be the queen side, the second is the king side. The queen side, yes, the dimension will be detailed like this. The length will be 82 and the wide will be 64. And of course, the height will be 40. It is the queen side. You see that in the queen side, the spouse and the child can lay on this bed and can have a good sleep, right? Yes, and it's large enough for maybe 3 or 4 people can lay in this and sleeping. And if you want a bigger, yes, New Year's coming, your family will welcome a new baby angels. So that's why the king size will be suitable for you. The king size is just like the same dimension of the length and the height. However, the one will be bigger. Yes, it will be the 80 of wide, the length will be 82, and the height will be the 40. So in the king size that I think that maybe a 4 or 5 can lay and sleeping very good. You can see in here in front of my face that the queen size is big enough and I can lay on this very easy, right? Yeah. Imagine after a tired day, you want to go home and lay on your bed and have a good sleep. However, that your bed is not good enough to bring for you a good feeling when you want to sleep or to sleep. How could you have a nice day for tomorrow? Right? Yes, the winter is coming. The Christmas is coming. The first step when you go to your room, yes, not stay there, not come or laying down. Yeah, the first step you see in your bed, it must be good enough to make you feel warm enough and want to lay down sleep. If your bed not have the feeling in the first time you sleep, it's not a good bed. And in a second, the quality of it. Yes, it must be made by a good of things. For example, like this. Yes, Harmony bed frame made 100% is a solid wood. And we make by a rubber wood. This wood is good enough just to make the furniture. You can see that in our store we have two colors for the use. For example, in here we have the walnut color. If you want a neutral colors, then you can choose a walnut colors. This color is can combine with all of the furniture in your room. Yet you put it in the middle of your room and you see that it will neutral. It can combine with the nightstand, the brushes, or even though you put it next to your drawer. All of the furniture you put in your room is already fitted. And the design of it, yes, it's much inspired about the mid-century and horror article in here. And you can see that, yes, this color, this design is always timeless. It's always fashionable. So that's why you can use it for this for the old age. Yes, you can use at your age, or maybe at your child, your next generation, or your grandpa, your mothers, your fathers, always suitable. Yes, and it must be good enough. You can see that the structure is sturdy enough for all of you to stay on and sleeping. No walking, no walking, no breaking, no make any noise. One of the first thing and one of the things you must put on a priority when you lay on the bed and sleeping, it means that it's no make any noise. If it have noise, you cannot have a good sleep. Imagine every time you're sitting on a bed, yes, you tossing or you want to sleep it, and it make noise. How could you have a good sleep? right? And the second that imagine all of this thing when you touching this. If you compare with the steel bed frame or plastic bed frame, you will see that how the solid wood bed frame is better. The steel bed frame is strong. However, every time when you after a hard day, you so cold, you just want to find some way in warming up. And you're sitting on the steel bed frame. Every time you touch on the headboard, it's cold enough. It cannot regulate one temperature. And this means that you cold, you will be freezing. Yes? And after this, for sure that you cannot have a good sleep. And the second, if you compare with a plastic bed frame, you will see that always afraid for every time when you lay on the bed and you're sleeping. Yes, if you're using that for a long time, it cannot be durable like it's used to. It can be break at any time. This is one of the worst things that we can lay on the bed and sleeping. Because that you cannot sleeping if you're always afraid that it can be break at any time, right? Yet in the morning, at night you're sleeping in here, but in the morning that you sleep beneath on the bed. How could it happen? Right? How could you wake up? And that's why that the solid wood is different. You see, all of our products, we always have the instruction. It's very easy for you to understand. And this instruction, we and our expert and artisans was thinking about it and testing on it for a lot of time. You see in here, in the four corners. Yeah, we have the 4 foot, in the corner and the corner, the 3 foot in the middle. It means it's strong enough for you, and it can contain about more than 800 pounds. So that's why every time when you're tossing on it, nothing happens to you. It's strong and sturdy enough, and it can contain more than 800 pounds. So it means if you want to do something, it's so strong and you don't worry anything else. It can handle all this. And of course that if your child have a lot of energy is laying on this or they jumping, you not be afraid just like the plastic bed frame because it can be break. No, because it's made 100% by solid wood, no MDF. So that's why it's not be strong. And you can see in here, yes, the stroke of it is inspired by what? Inspired by the Zen Garden collections and of course the drifting motion. You see in here, in the corner from the right to the left, it goes through in the middle. All of it curve every time when you touch on it. You will see the wood grain very carefully. And the wood grain is lightly enough, just like the touching when it's used to be. And every time you this stroke is good enough for you. It's very sturdy. You cannot be afraid when you're laying on the headboard and reading the book. Yes, there's no creaking or make any noise in here, right? You can lay on it and reading a book, not be afraid it can be break at any time. It's never happened that. And you see, the we that inspired about the Zen Garden collections is from Japan. You can see all of the design of it. It's making us feeling that at every time we need a space to relax. You watching on this, just like you going to Japan and watching a beautiful garden. It can relax all of you. And one more, you see the spot in here, right? Yes, this spot in here just like sun, and it's shining all of this. All of the curve in here can make all of you imagine it's just a wave, a slowly waving, very slow with the shiny when you slay on the beach. Yes, enjoy the vacation, just like enjoy, Hawaii, right? And all of this will make all of you have the best feeling when you want to stay on the bed and sleeping. After a tired day, just let the stormy outside. One of the best things in our life is laying on the bed and sleeping. Because we use a half of our life just on sleeping. So that's why your bed must be good enough to take you have a good sleep. And that's why I said that the furniture is one of the best gifts for the Christmas coming. Especially that, yes, the best friend make 100% like solid wood just like a harmony like this. We always have the best deal for the youth, and it always has the best deal. Not only about the nightstand or the harmony collection here, but also you can see on this. We always have all of yes the best deal. And if you need any assistance, just asking us. We always say here side by side for you. I want to say for all of you this. All of our products always have 1 year of warranty and 30 days to return. So that's why don't scare anything else. Don't scare anything else. Yeah. And you can see here, we always try 24 more 7 just to asking for you. Put all of your assistance on the top of priority. We're gonna selling for all of you one time, then we run away. Right? We cannot do that. If we do that, we cannot be survived till this day. All of the staff of us must be in the top way from the take care of you and make the products. Yeah. You can see in here all the mattress of it, right? The mattress, when we put it on the bed frame, it's very fit. It precise enough, yes, for all of you when you put all of the style of the mattress. You can use a normal mattress, the hybrid mattress, or the electric mattress. Yeah. All of this mattress, all of your kind mattress over suitable because we measure it very carefully. From the step, we choosing the wood, we make it polish and build it. Yes, and then we assemble it. We make it sturdy enough just to become this product. And it's not to the end. It's meant to be sturdy and measured correct enough for all the stuff mattress. So that's why when you try to slide it, it cannot be moved, right? When I try to slide it, you see, strong enough, but cannot move. And in the food, it's very sturdy. That's why it can contain more than 800 pounds for you. So if you're jumping on, not to be afraid. You're tossing on it, yes, strong enough. No snow in here. Hello, big golden things. And if you have any question, just asking with us. We always stay here for you. We have 2 colors for you, all of you to choosing. If you want to choose a neutral colors, neutral style, can combine with all of the furniture. I think the velvet color is suitable. And if you want to choosing a little bit of woody style, yeah, you can choose about the caramel colors. In here, all of our colors and all of our colors always suitable with this. And you can see here, the instruction is very easy. You see, it's big, right? But it's very easy to assemble. Or do you think that how many times if you and your friend can assemble this? 1 or 2 hours? No, just only 30 or 40 minutes. You see, the instruction in here is very easy. It's always have the recipe for you to assemble it. Yes, any step in here is clearly enough for you, and you can see all of these things. See, in the corner of it, in the wood, in the bed frame, and all of the steps. It's very easy and clearly enough for you, so all of you very easy to know which step is first and step is second, right? But if you still wonder, how could you can assemble it? Don't worry. Go to our store. We always have the video on that. And every time you see on this video, you will see you can copy it. It's very easy for you to do that. You don't need to be afraid that you cannot do that because we always have a video on. And if you see this video and have need assistance, don't worry. Yes, our customer service always stay 24 more than 7 just to help me for you. Because that if you need the help, we always put you on a priority. We're not saying or you like our customer. But we think of you just like my friends, just like my family members. So that's why we always try all of our best just to helping all of you. And we would be grateful if all of you give yes your experiments, of course that yes you will give a comment or rating for us. You can go down store and you see we have a lot of 4 star or 5 star comment on this. A lot of people they give a compliment for us that this product is good enough. But if you still not yeah, but if you feel you not certification with this, don't worry. Because all of you will have 30 days to return and 1 year to warranty that. So if you're using that and you feel it's not good, you can return it. Don't worry. Our customer service always stay here. Helping all of you at any time when you need us most. Yes? And you see that yes, the mattress must be good and sturdy, right? The mattress in here, you cannot slay, right? If your mattress is good, it's need about what? It's need about the bed frame must be good. No spring needed. If you put the spring needed in here, yes, for time you using that for time, maybe that is not be as good as it's used for. You just only put the mattress on and using that. Yeah. And you see, all of the strap and all of the colors is meant to be suitable in your room. We cannot choosing the thing that's just about the quality only or just fashionable only. Now there's a lot of people that they want to buying just modern things. Imagine just like electric combined with yes with the roof or anything else like that. But in my opinion, I think that the classic style and of course that all of the style just like it background will be the best. Why I said that? Imagine in the Christmas coming, yet you give your family members yet a best gift just like furniture. It will be different with the modern phone or the modern laptop. Why? Because the modern a modern thing just like laptop or phone, maybe or you can use for 4 or 5 years will be long. And then you must replace the new because that the new fashion is coming. Yeah. Yes, the new thing is coming, right? All of them cannot using that for whole line. However, the furniture like the bed frame or yes, the furniture just like a smack by solid wood 100% is different. You can using that not only for yourself, yeah, but also you using that for the next generations, and of course you can using that to make a gift. And every time the people when they watching that, they will remember you. This is the priceless thing. At my home is that I still have a gift that my grandma gave for me, and it's back 100% absolute. Every time when I watching that, yes, I will remember. And this is the priceless thing. All of us, yes, just want to using the things that it have a priceless. You cannot replace a priceless thing. The time when you touch it, you will remember what the day very beautiful and the good memory of you and them used to be and used to have to. So that's why as I said the solid wood make 100% is different and it can regulate about the temperature. Imagine outside the winter is coming, right? Christmas coming, it's very cold outside. And when you go to your home, you're touching on this. You will see that it's warm enough. Just like you'll be hurt by a model natural. Very harmony with the environment, right? Because it makes 100% a solid wood. And you see in here, we inspectors and we always betting this to cover, prevent about the scratch or the dampness on termite. That's why when I strike on my back, just to make it have a scar, I scratch it on it. It's never happened a scar. Because the banting multi thing, the banting using for it is good enough. We always have a certification about the government give for us about us, about us, the government give for us, and of course a certificate about FSC. So that's why it's good enough for our house. And you see, all of our experts must to be make all of this corner, not be shaped. It has to be rounded. So if you hit on it, you cannot be hurt because we rounded on it, right? And if your child hit on it, you will see nothing in here. It's always safe for you to use it. The priority and the set, yeah, and of course it's safe for abuse, and the quality must be put on the hand. After that will be the design. The design is always fashionable, and always you can use not only for your age, but also you can use for a lot of people outside. Next generations, your mother, your grandma, always using that. But one of the best things that the bed can bring for you that you must be have a good sleep first. You cannot lay on a bed that just always worry, bring for you about a worry that cannot sleeping, or always worry for you about a thing that every time when you're using that, yes, the noise is making fun of you just like a monster yet in the minute, right? So scared, cannot sleeping on this bed. You see, the headboard is good and it's sturdy, it's strong. So that's why when I try to hit on it, yes, it's still sturdy, no make noise. So if you need any symptoms, you're just asking with us. Please give your views because that all of our regulation and all of our products today in these videos always have a good price for the views and the winter is coming, so that's why a lot of people are hunting on it. And in our store, we just only have a few items. So if you're not tagging it, maybe another will tag it, and after you will be regret. Okay, so now if you want to finding the brushes can combine with your best friend, I want to give one of you an advice that I want to introduce one of you about the harmony 5 brushes and the harmony with 6 brushes. Here the name you got it right. Yeah, the harmony 5 brushes will have 5 drawers. You can see here, it is a vertical shape. And we have a lot of color for the use to choosing. You can go to our store, you see. Yeah, we have a caramel colors, the chocolate color, or the oak colors. All the big color always suitable with you. And you can put it in every place, it's always shining. Yes, it's always shining like the way it can be. And must be sturdy and strong enough. If you want about a more size, you can choose about caramel color. And you want a neutral color, can combine with your CD stand or your laptop, or you put it in net refrigerator. Every place, in the living room, your entertainment room, or your bedroom, always suitable. And if you want a brighter, sleek slice, an elegant color, you can choose the oak color. It's bright enough, but it's very elegant and it's very slight enough. One of the best things that I love most about the wood brusher is mean that every time when you touch it, you can enjoy the wood band very clearly. It's different with the steel brushes on plastic. If you touching on the steel, you will see that it's very cold enough and it's just like it's not lively like a wood can bring for you. Yeah. And in the plastic, if you see that the color of it, right? Always not using the colors is not good for your health. However, in the wood it is different. The study is strong and gives you a lacquer. So that's why the color is, and we always have the certifications about good health. Of course, certification about the same the government give for us. Anti-tip overs and of course MSC. So that's why it's very hard for you to be full. You can see that I struggle on my back to pull it, but it's very hard to fall. However, don't be careless, everyone. The time when you're using that, please make sure your child cannot climbing on this. And make sure that the time when you're using that, we always giving for you about anti-tip overs. So don't put the very things like TVs or a lot of everything on this. Then you can record just like a book, like a YouTube, or lamps, or the small street, everything else like that. Yes, you can put it on the top, and it's always sunny, always shine. You see in here, all of the corner of these things, yes, we overgrounded it. So that's why that it is safe enough for every time when you touching on it. We precisely measure step by step very carefully. From the wood to be choosing, make it polished and beauty enough. After that, it's just to the end. We make a shape of it. Yes, we drill a hole and then we crack the drill enough. Oh, by the way, I want to say for you that all of our product, when you bring back to your home, we always send for you this, the handles, handle tools. You see that you don't need to go anywhere to buy it more because it has been used. It has been used for a sample on this. So that's why that we check for sample, please. Okay, you can see that the handles tools today. Yeah, all of our product, when we send it for you, we always attach it. So when you using that, always have the handle tools. Don't need to go to any shop to buy that. It's not convenient for you. Take your time, right? Yeah, just save your time. You can go in here just only at your house. When you bring this, when you take this, you always have enough thing for you. And if in accident, it is just only the wood, furniture can be for you. It's not like a plastic or steel. If in accident, yes, for example, that you using a steel dresser or plastic dresser, it's break. You must buy it. You cannot find small things to replace. However, the wood brushes or the wood made frame is different. Even though it's made by 100% solid wood, so that's why it's very hard to be break. However, just in unfortunately, just in accident, it break. Or it's very easy to find the thing to replace. It's very to change, right? You don't need to go anywhere so far because all of these things very easy. You can find everywhere. You can see here, yes, the wear-up is not high enough, right? Wear-up is not high enough. This height is suitable for you to stand up and you put it. Even though when you sit down, you can put it very easy. You put it next to your bed frame and still using that easy, right? I want to tell you about the dimension. The dimension of this, the width will be the 26, and the wide will be 15, and the height is 35. The pound is equal to more than 150 pounds, so that's why it's very strong and sturdy enough, very hard for you to be folded. This shines, this is a vertical shape, so that's why that it helps you minimize a lot of space. You see, in the video always have a 6-inch for all of you. The space in front of you, you can put a small thing in the video, to save of your space. And you see, if you still remember, in last week we have Liana's forest. You see that the shine is different with the harmony. Yet if the Liana is basic and a little bit of elegance, in here the harmony is stunning and have something even very detailed about the shine. You see that in the background the design of this is different, right? However, in the harmony fibers is different. Yes, the wave coming from the top of the left and in the middle of the right. Just only for 2 rows, right? Only for 2 rows. You can see that it is just like it want to find some place in the same place. It goes to focus on in the middle. So that's why, as I said, it's very different. The harmony collection later you will see that the harmony 6 drawers and a nice set. all of the design of this is very different. It's not same like each other, but it always have the same boss and the same design. It take from the Zen Garden collections. Yes, every time when you see on that, just like you're staying in Japan and enjoy the beautiful gardens, drinking tea and just while touching this no stop. Oh my god. And for so with on the views that in the outside, yet we always have the band cover. So that's why every time when you're touching on it and you try on your best to crush it, it cannot be hurt or don't have any scar on it. Right? And sorry enough to no MDF. I want to remind again there's no MDF because if you using the MDF, it's very easy to be bended. And if you using that for a long time, it can prevent for you the termite. However, that if you cannot prevent about the damage. Now the temperature changing so fast. So that's why that if in your room have a monsters, no worry. Your solid wood in here is can tell about that. Not the MDF combined with wood or all of the MDF fake wood. Just have all of you prevent about termite. However, in the time the damage happening, yes, and it's very easy just to be brought to. If it happens, you must buy a new. Not like this thing. It's very sturdy and strong enough. And we are not selling it for you to content about the clothes, but it must be content about the memory. Why is that it can contain memories? Imagine when you buy the furniture, you buy this thing, you give for the people you love most, and you use this time to shampoo this with them. So every time they see that, they will remember about you. Yes, and remember all of the happy memories that you and them used to be had. Not only when they talk about the furniture, but also that the memories are the happy memories things that you and them used to be happy in the life. To be priceless, right? My grandma gave for me about a best friend, of course, that the memories. Of course, it's not absolutely at this thing. However, it's very steady enough. And every time when I'm watching that, I always remember about him. So that's why I said this is the priceless thing. It's not only content about the clothes, but also it contains about the good memories about the people you love most. And you can see in here, the wardrobe is sturdy enough and strong enough for you. You can using that just to put a clothes of 4 people in your family. If you want to minimize about the space and don't have a lot of clothes or item things, you can using that to contain the clothes of 4 or 5 people. And very easy to put it, right? Imagine you are a busy people, like the phone, you put it easy and put the clothes in. Yes, or you can sitting on it. You put it out and you put it in. Easy for you to use it. If you using the restaurants that make 100% steel, imagine the summer is coming, right? And the steel will become bigger. So that's why every time when you put it out, it's always be stuck, in the corner. And very hard for you to use it. You just only using that easy when it's cold. However, that the wood did not happen like that. Because it can regulate about the temperature. Every time when you're using that, even though it's hot or cold, you still easy to put it up. And every time you're touching on it, it's very lively. The wood bed in here is so clear enough for the view to see in that. And you see that even I sitting on it, I sitting in here, I very easy just to put it up. See? Easy, put it. Because it's sturdy and strong enough for you to use it. If in your family your wife is pregnant or that your fathers or your grandmas they have a heartburn, they don't need to put out or stand up so high. You cannot put it so high, right? It is so high, how could you cut? How could you use that? You cannot use that. Yes, it's not to have a good side from you. And we testing this in a lot of time. But to make it in the real life. Imagine, your belly is big day by day. You can stay in here using that. Very easy, right? Even though you're sitting on here, you can use it as good. You put it in every place, always suitable. In the living room, yeah, in the bed, you put it next to the background like us, we call like this. Yeah, put it. Easy to use too. You don't need to be afraid anything else because that, well, if it's so high or it's too small and it's very hard for you to use it, we must put it in the real life just to make sure that every time when you're using that, you will see it very convenient. It must be different than plastic thing. And I want to, if you can see that if you have a lot of stuff or anything else, you can put it in the last of the rows in here. Maybe if you have a lot of noise about you want to contain about the valuable things, you can put it in the last and then you lock your doors. It will be safe for you. However, that if you have a lot of clothes or a lot of items, you want to choosing the thing in bigger. However, still elegance and beauty enough. I wanted to do for all of you about the Harmony Yes Synchro. This thing is getting by on the Zen Garden collections too. You can see in here, the design is indifferent with the Harmony Spy Dresser and the Harmony Best Friend, right? Very different. Okay, let's go with me. I will show for you. You can see in here, yes, on up, you can see the spot in the middle, right? This spot in the middle. Yes, it's wavy and makes brighter in all of these corners. See? It's bigger enough. It's just like a half of a circle. You can see that it very clearly that yes, the Zen Garden collection in here. And of course, you can imagine all of the curve in here. It's just like a wave. Yet try to make freedom. Bring on a views that the time and amazing thing every time when you touching it. Very relaxed to use it. You can see in here. Yeah. The way just like we are writing written balls on the sun, yeah, on the shiny shine on a bit. So that's why every time when you using that, you can see the Harmony collection always have a special design. It's not like yet Acacias or Alaras design because always have a different thing of them, but always have the same mod because it's get inspired in the same place. And you can see that yes, we combine it with the mid-century and of course the classic style in there and the art deco too, just to make this thing. We have a lot of color for this choosing. I want to make sure for the views that all of ours always have 1 year to warranty and 30 days for the views to return. So don't worry anything else. If you need any assistance, we always stay 24/7 for the views to staying on here and helping all of you. You see that with the Harmony 6 drawers, we always have the instruction, even though that all of our in here. When we bring this for all of you, the first we must put in the thick board. Yes, this board is thick enough and it can recycle, of course. So put your products in there. If in accident it fall, it cannot be fractured. It cannot be break. It's strong enough for you to keep on it. And when you bring back to your home, yes, you take it on your hand. You will see this instruction. This instruction is very easy for you. Yet always have clearly thing and clearly step for using that all of the recipe in here. You see, we just only have about 11 steps. I and my colleagues last week, set up all of these things just only for 1 day. So you see that it's very easy to assemble. All of you just only need about 30 or 40 minutes. Or if you have more people, that just only 20 minutes or 30 will be affordable, reliable, right? Of course, that is very easy for you. If you still want it so hard, you can go to our store. We always have the setup of video on there. You can go on there and watch that and copy this. And feel so hard more on it and assistant just asking with us. We always stay here too. Yes, because that all of your certification must be on the top of the priority. We cannot selling for the use of putting on the the thing is very complex, right? It is complex and we cannot using that. We cannot know how to assemble. How could you can assemble? We make it, right? We make it, but if we cannot doing that, how could you can do that? So that's why it must be studied and strong enough when or you can use it. You can see it here. Yes, the dimension with the harmony 6 rower is a little bit of different with the harmony 5 rower. You see the product, you see right? The 5 rower is the vertical shape. However, yeah, in the 6 rower it's a rectangle. I is studying enough that I can sit on it. We always have the certifications yet about the safe, yeah, of the government give for us and the FSC certificate. So that's why it's good enough. Very hard for you to be full, right? It's very hard to be full. And I want to tell clearly about the dimension. The depth of it will be the 54, yes, and the Y will be 60, and the height is 32. So that's why every time when you're using that, even though you stand up or you sit down or you put it next to your sofa, it's always be very easy to use it. You see, when I put it next to the imagine, go to my bed frame. You see the color of it, right? It's a watercolor. It's very neutral. I put it next to my bed frame and the blanket used in blue. However, that is always shining. It's so stunning. With the lamp, I put it on. Yes, I put it next to the lamp, just a yellow but a white lamp like that. You can see that it very clearly, and the van we put is clear for the view to see, right? We decide on this, yeah. We divide for two sides. Yes, each of it is a third of floor. All we have a third floor, just like mom and dad. Yeah, mom, team and dad team, right? And when you pull it out, very easy to use it. Sitting or stand up, always easy. You put it next to the sofa and you pull it out. You put your thing or your clothes, and in a minute you can put your cash or a little thing in there. If you take a look, you will see that all of our roads always have 6 inch in a minute for you. Yeah, to minimize about the space. If on we just only about a rectangle, only all of you just can using on the top, cannot using on a minute. However, yes, we thinking about the minimize of the space using on this just to make your house neat and clean enough. However, but to set your space. So that's why that we can always have the space, the small space here. You can put some more things in here. Yeah, if you want. And this stroke it must be beauty and good enough too. We cover it, yes, with we cover it with the placards. And you can see that this placard is good enough to prevent about a crash or the dampness or cold snap. This can prevent about a termite. So every time when you're using that, don't be afraid that the termite can attack it. Every time when they go in, they see that they will, shake the head. How could attack it, this thing, right? It's very strong and study for you to use it. And it's must be, it's must be studied. Or you cannot using the things that, it's not be studied enough. Because imagine if you're using that, you put a lot of your clothes in here, and one day it crack the leg, or one day it crack on it. You must buy a new. Cannot replace this, right? And if you have, your maybe angel is coming, the solid wood, just like the harmony 6 drawer or harmony 5 here, is very simple. You can use it that to put the baby clothes in or put adapters in. Yes, this wood is very good. It's not be harmful about the health. Just like if you use about a plastic brusher, you will see that the stuff is not good enough and not easy. And every time when I pull it out, you will see that inside is very lightly. I want to remind again that no MDF in here. 100% is a solid wood. So that's why strong enough for using that. And every time you're touching on it, you see the wood vent is clear and good enough for you to use it. Just very likely when you use it, right? Okay, so if you have any question, just asking with us. We always stay here for having on quiz. And I want to say that the winners is coming, so that's why that it is the best time to upgrade all of the furniture put in your house. Because if you are late, maybe another will take this. We always have the best deals, yeah, on this video. Every time if you see this video, but if this is coming and you are still a student, yeah, always have the heritage when you want to waiting some things. I'll be afraid that you cannot take it now because we just only have a few items on the stock. So if you need anything else, just ask it with us. Okay, so I have to do for you about the bed frame, the Russell. How about a nice step? Small thing, but very amazing. Let's go. I want to show you this. You see in here, yes, the nice step in here is so small, right? But it's sturdy enough. It can contain about more than 150 feet pounds, so that's why I can sit on it like this. I can sit on it. It's strong and sturdy enough. And you see, here, let's take a look. The design of it is so different, right? Yes, I really love about this nightstand housing because the design it's just like a foot. You see, in the four corners, yes, always have the small of weight and try to focus on the spot in the middle. Just like this way, we pray about the Vanguard collection here. So every time when you see that, always so relaxed. It's very relaxed, and on the curve of it, every time when you're touching on it, yes, you see it very clearly and very lively. One of the best things I love most, just in my opinion, I love most when I touch in the wood furniture. It means that it don't have the handle in it. Even though the handle is very clean, strong enough in the Harmony 5 and 6 rolls. However, I want to touch it by my hand in the wood. That I can feel in the wood. You see, after you're reading a book, you put it out and you can put your glasses or your phone or the small thing, your makeup things in here. Very convenient for you to use it. And the height, the dimension of it is about to be different. It's cannot so much high, you know. When you're sitting and you're laying on here, yeah, it must be suitable with you. So when you're sitting on it or when you're laying on it, yeah, you can using it very easy for you. And in the surface, every time you're touching on it, it's very cool enough. You see, all of the corner, we always round it just to make sure it's safe. For every time if you're touching on it, yeah, when you hit on it, you cannot be hurt. It's sturdy enough for you to use it. And these letters, we use it always, you know, we always cover it just to prevent about the scar or prevent about the scratch. So that's why every time you try to run it, don't have a scar in it. Prevent about the damage and item. So that's why you can put your breakfast on this. Just see that's like a mini table. And then you can eating on it. Yes, so if in accident, if you pour the water in, don't worry. Yes, because there's nothing in here. That's why you can prevent about the moisture. It cannot damage this thing. You see it's so small, right? Because it's just only 30 pounds. So that's why very slight enough for you just to put it on and bring for anywhere you want. You can put in the living room or your bedroom or any place in your house. That's very convenient. And we have a two drawer in here. It's large enough for you to contain about the clothing. If you want to contain about the diapers or the baby clothes in here, it's always suitable. You see, we still have a small space in here too. You can use that for your work. And you can record it with a line slider, the button on a small string. Put it on using that just to record. Because all the other we are not selling our quality and design, but we want to make sure that if you buy that, And when you put it in your home, your friend and your guests coming, they see that, yeah, they must have a reaction. It's stunning, you know. Yeah, just like, oh my God, how could you choosing the products really like that? Yes, this color is also suitable. It can combine with the modern furniture things or the modern thing in your house. How could it stunning like that? I want this reaction. Yes, because this reaction not only you will feel happy, but us, yeah, we will be feel happy if we see that. Because you know, all of this, the people they will see that you have the eye choosing of products, and they will give an advice. We cannot selling for you for one time, right? Yes, we must to make sure that all of you buying that and using for one life, for your whole life. So that's why it must be studied. If you're using it good, yeah, you will give an advice for not only your family member but also for the neighbors and a lot of people things they come into your home. So that's why all of the product we're giving for you is must be as good as possible. And we update it day by day. We always stay here and always have this burden attention to thinking about it and precise for any step of it. We cannot using a rough wood and then bring it for you and say on you must attack it and use it. No, cannot do that. Because if we do that, then we cannot survive till the day. And all of our products must be good enough for you to use it. Yes, it's sturdy and strong enough. You see, not only about the design in here we combine about mid-century and of course the classic style enough. Yes, for the you to using that. So always timeless. Yes, it's always timeless and always fashionable. You know. So that's why that you can using that for old age. If you come to the house that all of the furniture is very it have a lot of electric motors, you can say, oh, okay, it's modern. However, that few years more you want to replace a lot of things. Cannot save your money. However, if you come to the house, it's made by 100% a solid wood. You will see it warm enough. Yes, and you can get remember about your memory childhood when we go to the gardens and play with the modern naturals. So warm, right? And of course, that is what we study now too. It's very elegant, and the slick style is will make it just like yes, one staying on this house forever. So that's why this is the difference. You cannot compare with the steel furniture or the plastic furniture because that all of this is cannot have the priceless just like the solid wood bring for us. We must grow with a more natural harmony with environment, right? And we make for it be very eco-friendly. All of our adults, yeah, very easy to recycle. The balls and of course it's made 100% of solid wood, you know. This wood is made by a rubber. Harmony collection made by the rubber wood. So that's why this wood is good enough to make a furniture. And you see, we have a lot of color for you to choose it. You can go to our store and you see that we have the off colors or the caramels or of course that yeah the water colors. If you get what color you love, we always have this. And in our store we have a lot of furniture that you want. You can go there and if you have any questions, just asking us. The best deal always using for all of you in these videos. Okay, so next to the nightstand, what is happened? Next to the nightstand of the company. In here, I want to tell you for you about the LRR nightstand. You see that the design of it is different, right? If the LRR nightstand, yes, the design is a small spot in here. We using about a brown color because that is in this place we cannot it's not rough enough, so that's why we just only put about a walnut color for it because it's very neutral. You can go to our store and you can see about a more sample there. And I want to make sure with all of you that the pictures and the samples you see on the picture, right? All of the furniture you see on the pictures, 100% when you take it on your hand, it's just like in the picture. No fake on that. And no MDF in it. 100% is solid wood, so that's why it's strong enough and good enough for you to use it. So if you have any questions, just asking us. Okay, in here, the Elera nightstand is the same with the Harmony nightstand in here because that don't have a now don't have the handles. So that's why that you using that you must to put it out by your hand. And when you put it out, you will see that the wood very clearly here. Yet it's clear enough for you. For every time when you touching on it, you will feel it cool enough. Here, here is the sound of a certain wood different, strong enough and very steady enough, right? Yes, and all of the corner of this, you see, if you using the nightstand, even though the brushes, in the summer day, you will see that it's very easy to be stopped if you're using about a steel rasher because that the steel is bigger in the hot day, so that's why it's very easy to be stuck. Or if you just only using that in the cold day, in the winter's day. However, in the winter's day, that every time you touching on the steel thing, for sure you don't want to touching on it. Yeah, that's the difference when you're using about a silicone. Because even though in the hot days or the cool day, you're touching on it, it's always make you feel very easy to use it. It can heal your soul. And two of you think is strong and sturdy enough that I can sit on it and using on it. Okay, so if you have any questions, just ask it with me. You say in here, all about us always have the instruction for you to use it. And I want to make sure that of you that 1 year warranty is will be 12 months. After you buy the products, you buy all of our products from Acacia Furniture Shop because we are the official shop. So that's why all of our shop, all of our products in my store, always must be thoughtfully and using that just to measure it, to make sure that it's good and make always precise. You know, all of our products in here, we using a CNC technology to make it. So that's why it's must be measured carefully and be precise. We cannot using that and make it careless. Because if it's careless, how could it be dirty, right? And you see in the nightstand in here, we just only have about 9 steps to set up it. Very easy. So clearly for you to see. And if you see that and you don't know how to set up it, yes, all of the recipe in this instruction. We always attach it with the handle spoon for you to use it. You using this handle tool is very easy to assemble. Not hard to doing that. The video on the our store always have for you. And our customer service always side by side 24/7 just to help you. Want to make sure that you can enjoy your purchase. And every time when the product bring it for you, we must put in the thick of box for you to using that. If this body falling, your product still be good. It cannot be fall or not to be fragile. So that's why that have any assistant just asking them, don't be shy. Don't be shy, right? Yes, just asking with us. Because we try all our best to help them for you. So that's why, as I said, all of the priorities of us is about your certification. Not only about the quality or the design, but also the privacy and a lot of things that can bring for you. It's going to be about the feeling. After you buy a product, one of the best things that you love the product is the feeling it brings for you. Yes, just like you bringing the how many best friend in here. After you buy it, the feeling you got it, the first thing you see is looking warm enough. And for sure it can bring you have a good sleep. In a second, when you're using that, you will see that how good it is. 100 things you hearing not equal by one sound that you're using that product. You can see that I testing it for a lot of time. For sure that it's strong and sturdy enough for the fuel to not make any noise or not or very sturdy enough and not be break, right? Not you cannot compare with the steel or plastic because all of it cannot equal like this. The headboard in here sturdy enough for you. You sitting on it, you're laying on it, yet you still feel that it won't be nothing. And no ranking or walking in here, no noise. The noise is one of the worst thing that you is happening in your back. And you see, we use this sensitive technology, so that's why all of the corner in here, the artisan and the Shishi technology combine to make all of the design like that. Yes? So that's why it's not to be having trouble in here. All of it must be precise enough for you to use it. And it must be beauty. When your guest is coming, let's say about this product. They will be studying about that, how beauty design of it and how classic of it. The art deco we combine, yes, it's inspired about the Zen gardens, and of course that design, yeah, it's not inspired about a written bowl. So that's why every time when you're using that, you will see that the design is beautiful enough for you, and it's always fashionable. You cannot using a thing that must be played for 1 or 2 years, right? Yet it's not safe for your money, for sure. Every time you buy the product, you want to make sure it must be used for longer, especially about the furniture. You cannot replace for every time. The best thing the furniture made by wood can be for you that about ability. And you're using that more longer. You will see that how elegant it is. Yes. And how slick it is. You can see in here why maybe you will wonder why every time when I say about a product, I always try to touching this a lot of time. Because the wood value is very amazing. And you see that I very enjoy with this time every time when I using that. And the smell is very easily, yeah. Make me feel very comfortable when I stay next to this too. You see, it's meant to be studied, not only about the stroke, but also that all of these things, all of the letters, is meant to be make you feel yeah, beauty and suitable enough when you put it in your room. Even though you combine the blankets made by red or yes, yellow, anything colors that you love most. Yes, the color is the always neutral. It is still keep your blanket beauty and its beauty. It's always suitable and fit on it. You can use any style of the mattress, yeah, because that we design we measure very carefully, you know. From the step we choosing the wood is different with others. If you usually using about an MDF but wood, maybe that another sharp wood, you will see that it's not be better like a question. Because in here we make so from you 100% is solid wood. We always have the FSC of the wood the government give for us and the certification about the safe and the good of the product. So that's why that after you using that, you will see how different it is. Imagine you use about a plastic background for a long time. Yes, it's very easy. The first is easy to be break, and the second, yet if you're using that, and one day you're laying on the headboard, you very easy to be fall, right? And your child when they jumping on this, you jumping on the mattress, and if it break, it's very dangerous for sure. In here we have two sides for you to choosing. Yes, and two sides it make 100. Yeah, two sides is suitable for you. The first side is the queen side. The queen side it will be the 82 of length and of length and the 64 of wide and the 40 of height. The king side a little bit of bigger will be the 80 of wide. So that's why all of you will have two sides to choosing. And two sides, but if you get in the new years, you will welcome about the new members coming, maybe a king size suitable. Or if you got small and your child sleeping on it, maybe the king size suitable for you. all of our love today always have the best deal for all of you. And on this best deal, you can secure this. Click on the button and bring it to your home. Don't take it more longer because I'm afraid that all you will be regret. We just only have a few items on our store, so it will be sold out very fast. And you see that if you want to compare it with the steel bed frame, I want to say again that a steel bed frame is cannot be equal like a solid. Even though one of the worst thing of the plastic and the steel bed frame happen is if it accident, it broke, all of you must buy new. You cannot replace any small thing in here because that is, even though I know that it's strong, however that if it break, all of you must buy a new, and all of you cannot keep it more longer. You see, when you see about the steel, you see it's so hard enough. Yet it don't have the slick design there. Yet the steel bed frame, it don't have a slick design. Even though when you lay on it and you do something so strong in there, so strong in here, I know. Yeah, you will see the mattress is just only the thing is so sloppy. It's not about this bed. Yeah, it's not about the sturdy of the bed frame for you. The floppy is just only the mattress. However, that the solid wood is not like that. I know it's still sturdy. However, that every time you touch on it, it will slick enough and elegant enough. It's not so hard, just like the steel bed frame. And you see, sleep good, bringing for you. It's just the bed that can give for you a feeling of warmth. Not about that sturdy or so strong. You can see in this design of the Harmony bed frame. Yes, in the middle, we have a lot of wood framing here, right? And you can see that if in accident, even though I know it's so hard, made by solid wood is very hard, but unfortunately, if it broke, all of you can replace easy, right? And we always attach a handle stool in here for the easy using. So if you're using that, if you buy that, you don't need to go to any store just to buy something else like that. Wow. Because it's easy for you to attach. We drill the hole first from you. Or you just only to run a drill to make it strong and sturdy enough and use it. Yeah, you don't need to do anything else more. We attach it all for you. Very convenient, right? You see, all of the corner and all of the wardrobe in here. We put it very easy for you. You can lay on it, do so strong, right? Still be good. And you see about the foot in here is strong enough and sturdy enough for you to use it. And see, I want to show it with you how recycling. Yeah, we cannot bring the rock wood for the using. Of course, we cannot do that. Yes, a rock wood, how could we using that and then make on you assemble, right? We must make it building model first, and then we use CNC technology to measure all of our expert and optician method testing this for a lot of time. You see about the corner in here, it's always be grounded. So if you hit on it, you cannot be hurt too. Yes, and of course that our opticians always have inspired about the design. So in the Harmony collection, you can see the design is different with another. You see that and you can realize, oh my god, oh, this is Harmony collection. And you see in here, yes, we designed it very carefully just to make sure there's no have a big problem in here or don't have any small problem. It's about the design when you put the mattress. No spring needed. Because that if you're using that for a long time, it cannot be as good as it used to be more. So that's why just only put the mattress on and then lay and use it. You see, it's suitable and it fits all style of mattress. Yeah, when I put the mattress on it, it's very hard to slide it. See? And it's good enough for you to use it. You can use all style of mattress the normal style, yes, or the hybrid style, or the elastic style mattress. All the style mattress always suitable with this. And you see about the color in here. We have two colors to choose it. The first is the walnut color. It can neutral, you can combine with all of the furniture you put in your house or in your bedroom. It's always simple. It's always stunning. You using that and you can combine with all the color, the blanket you want. And the second is about a moody style. If you want is a little bit of dark, however, it can have the elegant in there. The moody style will be suitable for you. Yeah, if you're a cool person. And you see, yeah, all of the best thing in here I want to say for you that the furniture made by Solidwood can bring for you is about a feeling when you're using that. Outside after a third day, you see the weather and of course the stormy outside, it cool enough and it makes you feel that the outside is very dangerous. So you want to go to your home, lay on the bed, and will be safe in there. But if you lay on the bed and it's not be safe, for sure it's not your bedroom. It's not your home. Because the only safe place on you feeling is just in your bedroom. All of us, nowadays using a half of a day just to lay on the bed and sleeping, right? Yes, nowadays we're only in a rush race, very busy. So just let all of the busy thing and type thing outside. Go to your bedroom. It must be a safe place and a good place for you to sleep in. Yeah, so do I. In my bedroom, yes, I lay on the bed, it must be as good as possible. Then I can sleep in and have a good sleep. And after a good sleep, all of you will have the energy just to go to walking in the next day. You cannot enjoy the bed with always afraid or always be, very hard to be sleep. If your grandmother orders, and they are sleeping, or maybe your mother, your father is old, they're sleeping, and every time that the noise of the bed make them awake, just like have a monster in the village on the bed. It's very scary, right? Yeah, and very tired. If you're not sleep enough, how could you have energy for tomorrow? And if your sleep is not good enough, and every time when you sleep, you're always be afraid that, oh my God, it can break at any time. When you use a plastic bed frame, how could you have a good sleep? And if in accident, just in accident, your head put on it, put on the headboard, the steel is hard enough, and it can hurt you. Even though that I know the sleep is hard, but yes, because it's warm and it have a little bit of sleep. We design it just to make it safe enough. So that's why if you hit on it in accident, you still not be hurt. You still not be so hurt enough. And you see, our experts want to testing on this for a lot of time. The food in here makes strong enough for you to contain about more than 800 pounds. It means that it contains about more than 300 kilograms. So that's why that if you're doing a lot of things so strong, yes, it's strong enough for you to use it. You don't be afraid for anything else that is happening here. And it's still good and still steady. So if you need any assistance, just asking us. We want to make sure that all of our love always have 1 year warranty on you. And all of you will have 30 days returns. Don't be afraid. If you're using that and if it's not good, you can return it for us. And of course that we always stay 24/7 to helping on you. And we'll answer for you quickly. We see you not only our customer, but also that is our friend and our family member. So that's why all of the bringing for you must be thoughtfully from the staff. We package it and put it in the thick box. This box thick enough, and of course when you're using that, when you take it in, it's just only for one box. Yeah, very convenient, right? Don't put in a lot of balls, just only for one ball. And when you open it and you use it as assembles, very easy for you to use it. And in a second, yeah, after you buying that, you don't know how to assemble it. We always have the videos and always have a customer service side by side with you to helping you on any step. You see here the small things in this instruction in the recipe just to cook on this step. It's a recipe for you. Just a sample on this. Very easy. Yeah, just like we do in the math when we used to go to school. Because all of the recipe in here is clearly enough. It's different in the math because the recipe maybe you don't understand, but in here it's very easy for you to clearly. You see, yeah, in the four corner of the bag, we have the four food in here. And in the middle, we have the three food. So that's why if you're laying on this, yeah, in the middle, or even though in any corner of the bed, it's still good enough, it's steady enough for you. It's always stable. You see, when I try to hit on it a lot of time, it's always like this. It's always sharp and always still good enough to use it. And I want to show with all of you this thing. That's yeah, you can see we drill the hole first. In this hole is a lot have a very easy for the beauty product use. We always attach these things in your product. You know, we always attach about the handle tool. Oh, sorry about that, but we have using that. We're using that to assemble all of these things, so that's why just take it for example. Take it for example. You see, we always attach about the handle tools. Yeah, with the product. So that's why every time when you using that, yes, when you buy all the product and you bring in your home, don't need to go in any shop to buy this one. Yeah, it's always attached. And when you using that, after you buy that, the only thing you must do is about scratch really to make it strong enough and steady enough, and then using that suitable for you to use it, right? Very easy to assemble it too. So if you want now find something, yes, it can combine with a bed frame. In my advice and in my opinion, I want to do for all of you the true dresser here. The first will be the harmony with 5 pressure, and the second will be the harmony 6 pressure. What is the difference of the harmony 5 pressure and the harmony 6 pressure? Okay, you can see me here the name, you guess it, right? The harmony 5 pressure will be have the 5 power for the music using. Yes, and this 5 rod we always attach with the handle is very sturdy now. So that's why every time when you're touching on it, you very easy to put it on. Easy to using that. And yes, inside, every time when you're touching on it, you will hearing about the noise of the solid wood. 100% all the product made by the solid wood. So that's why it's sturdy and strong enough for you to use it. Yes, and it's good enough for you to using that too. You see, okay. We must testing on this a lot of time. So that's why we always all of our experts must testing on it and make sure that every time when you use it, that in accident, if you fall on it, yes, you cannot be hurt because the corner of it, not only the outside, but also in the inside must be grounded. After grounded, yes, you hit on it, you not be feel so hurt, right? And we always have the certification about government give for us. Of course, an FSC certificate. All of the harmony collections in here made 100% by solid wood and made by a group of wood. This wood is good enough to make the furniture. And you can see now there are a lot of people they using group of wood to make the furniture today. Yes. So that's why it's strong and sturdy enough for you to keep all of this. You see in the first that it is a vertical shape. So that's why I want to tell you about the dimension. Okay? Yes, the lid will be the 26 and the wide is 15 and the high will be the 35. So that's why it's suitable for you. When you stand up to use it or when you sit down to use it, you cannot make it so high to do that, right? Yes, and it cannot be too short because if it's too short or too small, it cannot contain a lot of clothes. If your family have 4 people, I think the humidifier is enough to contain all of the clothes in there. Yeah, and you can decor on the surface. You can decor yes with the books like us used to. You can decor for the markets or the small street. And I want to remind for all of you again that all of the surface of our products always have the pen cover to prevent about the scratch or prevent about the dampness and termite. So that's why every time I start to scratch on it, yes, just to make a scar, it cannot be happening. Because it's studied now. And if the termite coming and seeing that, yet they just always just shake a head. Because all of us, when using solid wood, be very afraid about the termite or the dampness. Temperature today changing so fast, right? Yes. If your room may have moisture, don't worry. It's gonna be damaged. If the outside, if you in accident, you bring a water and pour the water in. Don't worry. Yes, nothing happened here and no damage. You see, in the business in here, make 100% of solid wood, no MDF. It will be strong and will be solid. If you're using the MDF for a long day, you will see it will be very easy to bending, right? Yes, and it's bending, and every time when you're using that, yes, it's not to be durable, more like a solid wood, always use it. And you can see in here that we have 5 drawers for you to contain not only about your clothes, your item, your shoes. Yet in the last, you can contain about that the monies or valuable things that you can use it on that. It's very safe for all of you, and no one know about that. You put it on and then you close the door. You see in here, even though I'm sitting on it, I said I still using that very easy, right? You can put it in every place you want. In the living room, in your bedroom, or in your bed frame like this time. Very easy. And if you put it out, when you're sitting on a bed frame or sitting on a sofa, you put it out and you put the clothes on this. It's still easy for you to use it. Right? Very convenient. Because we want to make sure that all of this must be used in a real life. We cannot make the thing that's on us very hard to be used. If it's hard to be used, how could we use that? And if we cannot use that, how could we solve it, right? Yes, we survive to this day because all of the elegant thing and all of the thoughtfully we using, we make it because we make it for sure that all of the time in when we using that. Yes, the Harmony collection today, I want to make sure that you will have a blood cell, a big blood cell. So if you want to take it to your home, click on the button to secure about the price. This price is good enough for you and make this will be the best gift in the Christmas. And you see, yes, it's very hard to be full. Yeah, it have the equal mountain like me, 150 more than pounds. So that's why when I try on my bed, just to make it fall, it's very hard. Yes, even though we always have the entity over for you, but don't be careless. Don't let your child climbing on this thing, please. Yes, and don't put a lot of heavy things on it. You can decor with the book like I used to do, and you can put the lamps or the small tree on it. Yeah, you can decor like the same you want. because the color is very suitable. We have the walnut or the oak or the caramel color in our stock. Because in this time that our space you see that it's not long enough, so that's why we just only put the same item here. Yeah, and you can see that, yeah, if you want to see more color, you can go to our store. Okay, if you want a neutral color, yeah, put it next to the refrigerators or next to any place you want. Living room, entertainment room, or your bed frame, your bedroom. Yes, you can choose about the water color. Because this color is neutral and can study all of the color side beside it, We see. When I put it next to the blue and the white blankets, you can see that it's still stunning and it can still bright like it can be. And if you want a little bit of modern style, but still have the elegance and the classic, you can choose about caramel color. And if you want to choose about a slick and elegant but brighter, you can choose about oak color. And all of our products, I want to say that our expert and opticians, we using a CNC technology just to make sure all of the small surface here must be precise. Yet from the step we assemble to the thing that we design here. We get inspired from the standard collection. So you can see that yes, in the bed frame, if you compare with the bed frame design, you see it's different, right? Within the bed frame, the two waves is in the left and the right corner. It's going to focus in the middle. But in here, yet the wave starting from the left on the top, and then on the right in the middle. Yes, just like finding a spot, going there and focus on this. And this spot is day by day create about a garden. And in this garden, you can stay in this and you can enjoy it. So every time when you sing on this thing, it will be make you feel so surprised and very loved after you using it for a long day. Yeah, because it's very relaxed. And when you touching on this, you can see about the wood grain very clearly, and it's good enough for you. It's clearly enough for you to using that thing. The best thing the wood can bring for you that it can regulate about the temperature. If you using the steel pressure, for sure that if the outside winters, you don't want touching on this. It's very freezing for you. And if you use a plastic, yes, maybe the smell is not easy for you, and it's very easy to be break if the hot and the cold happen. You see, if it happen in the same time, for example, in the outside it's so hot, but in the inside, at night it can become rainy and so cold. You using that for a long time, it's very easy to be break. Yeah, if you use a plastic vessel. However, that the solid wood is not happen like this. Yes, we make 100% by solid wood, so that's why it's studied is strong enough for you to use it. You see, every time when I say in the product, I always knocking on this. I knock it so a lot of time, and it's so strong enough for me to use it as and it's very easy just to move and put it up. All of the wear up in here, you see that very easy. Just a circle on it. See, very easy to move and put it, and very easy to assemble. If you're using that for 1 or 2 years, and you want to clean on it, just to make sure that using it for longer, please keep it safe and keep it carefully, because we want all of you using the product not only for 10 or 20 years, but using for a whole life. So that's why for more than 1 or 2 years, all of you very easy to clean it. Yes, and you use so well so to make it clean enough. Don't have the dust in. So that's why don't be afraid about it will be gonna damage, because it no MDF in here. If you using the MDF, you will be afraid about the damage or the bending after it attack the water, right? But in here, it's not happen like that. The harmony bed frame and of course that all of our furniture in here, we make 100% solid wood. So that's why it can prevent about the waters and damage, and it can prevent about the scratching on the termite. So you can use it that without phrase anything else. And we have a big flash sale for use. Yes, a big deal for the Harmony collection. If you buy the most stuff from the best brand or even though a small item like the red shoes, we always have the best price for you to choosing. And you can secure it. Yet take this price go to your home. Because furniture is one of the best giving for this Christmas and of course for the New Year's coming. You see, nowadays a lot of people they using a lot of modern things, right? Just like a phone or laptop. But all of it just only use for few years, maybe 2 or 3 years, and then you must replace a new because then the new style, the new models is coming. But if you're using the furniture, it's not happen like that. The furniture, the design of it is very fashionable and always be the oldest in Japan, always be the oldest fashion at any time, suitable with old age. You can using that as your age, and you can using that as your next generations or your mother, your grandpa still using that. Not only about the colors, but also the design of it, the inspire of it, and the memory, the bracelet of it bringing for you. Yes, every time when you using that, when you take the gift, oh yeah, okay, everyone, because that the live stream, yeah, must be the time using for this live stream must be end today. So if you have any question, just asking with us and need any assistance, asking with us. Our customer service always stay here. I want to remind again, all of our orders today always have a big deal in these videos. 1 year warranty, Thursday to return, and 24 more than 7. We always stay here to help people. So if you still have anything and need assistance, asking us. We always stay here. Acacia, their furniture shop, always stay side by side with you. And now the time to say goodbye. See ya!